Now, we can also push data to the plot perspective. For instance, if we wanted to alter the data on image, we can do some operation like this. So that's the it has the next part asks you to type this command and see how the image changes. So by applying the logarithm, this DMP logarithm to the data plus 3, actually this is the power here of Python is that you are doing this for every single point in the array. So at the time I say data plus 3, it will go and take every individual point in these thousands of points in the array, apply the change, the operation, the logarithm, and this this way we are changing the contrast of the image. We are shifting the data a little bit. So with the application of this command. So if you want, you can just copy and paste this command, and you will immediately notice that it's clearer to see the different regions in the image because we just change the data. And the thing here, we are only changing the data in the plot. I mean, the data, the original data in your file remains unchanged. So that's at least what we can see so far. Is everybody up to this point okay?
Abraham.
Yes.
I see the clear image got very clear, isn't it? When you applied this logarithmic command.
Yes.
And the circles got brighten up, meaning that you are enhancing the signals.
Yes, yes.
That's a good idea. That means you are filtering off your data better than okay. At the same time, I don't see much shift in the data points. Do you also shift it or?
No. They change in place. There is no shifting.
Okay, okay, that's it. Good. That's it. Thank you. Continue.
Yes, yes. So everybody's here. Then we can move on to the next exercise, which is plotting different data. So we already seen that that can be done with the small script that we tried first, but we could introduce, for instance, noise into the image and use to get some sample data, which is random. So the next command does that. You see this random rand, and you give it the size, which is the same size as the size that we had in the previous image. So the 2527 times 2463. So if you use copy and paste this command to the console view, what happens is this image will change, and it changes. And through all this exercise, one of the things that happens is we are changing the data, but some of the region, for instance, is still there that didn't change, and we have some so that we can still see some we are only affecting the data on this plot, or if you like, the data that's used to generate this plot is what's changing. The data on the powder image, the original file, that's still there and hasn't been affected by these changes. This is what we can do if you see how we are changing this on the console. If there is no questions, we'll move to the next slide. So,
sorry, I have a question. The previous slide where you showed the noise, you have introduced the noise, isn't it?
Yes.
So what happens if you noise? If you want to remove the noise, can you do that?
Well, this is not adding noise to the image. This is actually replacing the data. So this one, this last command effectively destroyed all the previous data.
Yeah.
But it destroyed it only on the plot.
Yeah.
If you want to plot it again, you just click. You can use the arrows. And for instance, if I go back to this command, because data has not been modified, the variable data, which is that we declared previously, we can just do that, and we get back to the previous step. And if you wanted to get back to the original data, you just delete everything, and you just tell the down to plot the data again, and that gives you the original one. So,
Okay. But what is the use of using this deleting the complete data? I thought you are introducing the noise.
oh yeah, no. If you want to introduce noise, for instance, you could introduce noise for adding the random noise here. So, for instance, if I added a random number instead of 3, that would give me random noise instead of having these 3. So
Okay.
that could be something.
Okay. But I'm more interested in removing the noise. But that is maybe
Denoising. Yeah. No, you can do other filtering, maybe to the
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine then. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions so far? If not, we move on to the next slide. So the next one is similar also to what we already saw. So you can create new plots. And creating new plots means you create new windows or new views that have a plot on them. So the command to do that is the same. We already used the dot plot dot image command, but instead, apart from the data, you give it a name. If you give it a name, that creates a new plot, and this name can be anything you want. So I'm going to use again this just moving up and down, and if you click name equal to, so the manual suggests plot 1. You can do plot 1, or you can do my plot or plot X or whatever you want to name it. And if you do this, or you copy and paste the command from the presentation, then you have created a new plot. You are not seeing it, but to see it, you just have to go to Window, Show Plot View, and you have plot 1 with an asterisk here. That means that it's an active plot that was created from the console, or that you are not looking at. So you click on that, and this is the new plot we created. The difference is that data is not modified, is darker, and we don't have the region that we drawn on this side is not there. So, and you can move around these views. For instance, you can just click and drag and put it on different places where it is more comfortable for you to view. So it was here at the top, and I just moved it from here to next to the other plot, so that all the plot views are on the same space in the perspective. The thing with down is very easy to configure and move around things, but if you want to go back to the original, you can go to Window, Perspective, and just click on Reset Perspective, and it just moves everything back to the defaults. So that effectively closed my console, but you can use open the console again. There. and you go back to the console. And I think, yeah, you can have more than one console open. So in this one, this one created a new console. You can close the console and you can go back to the original console. And this one terminates the console. So that for this one that I open, I can just close it, and then my list of consoles. So feel free to explore each view. I mean, each of these tabs is a view, and each tab has a toolbox, a toolbar, which with different things. So I am just novice as well. I have been working with this for about a month now, but that's the way you learn. You just try to explore the different buttons and see what they are doing. So this is we are now on this part. So we have created the new plot. So if I go to window, my new plot is still there. So nothing is lost. Don't panic if you do something, you can use undo or reset, and everything is somewhere still around. So this is plot one. We are at this point.